Hi everyone, it's Monday morning. I was supposed to get a video out to you about what we did over the weekend and Friday, my weigh-in, etc, etc. But unfortunately something happened yesterday and it knocked me for sideways. I spent last night crying all night, just asking myself why, and I kind of traced my steps back. I know I don't seem to be making sense, but all will come clear in a bit. When I go shopping, I tend to feel now there's something missing. It's almost like I want to feel that void in me. And before, I'd reach for crisps to eat on the way home, chocolate, sweets, anything, and I would literally fill a bag up and start eating it the moment I get in my car to when I get home. And if my partner's home, then I'd stop, but I'd hide it somewhere so that as soon as he's out of sight I would eat it again. Maybe even ice cream, you know, I've many a time I've got a big tub of ice cream and just eaten the whole lot before he got home. I never admitted to it. It's an addiction. It's like a drug of my choice. That's the only way I can describe it. I used to say that I was addicted to food, but now that I am on this journey, I've learned that it's not the food, it's the sugar and salt that I am addicted to. And there's a lot of people out there that have the same addiction but have absolutely no idea, especially if they don't have a weight problem. If they're one of these people that can eat and eat and eat and not put on an ounce of weight, whether because they're busy or it doesn't matter, they probably don't know that they are addicted to it either. But this is like my drug of choice, and it's quite difficult. When you say to somebody you have an addiction to chocolate or sweets, they tend to laugh and think it's not real. Oh yeah, chocolate, yeah, no wonder you're fat. But if it was alcohol or drugs, then people kind of look down on you and have their own assumptions about you. But just recently I've documented myself that I went into Sainsbury's, I think it was last week, and I was wandering aimlessly round the aisles looking for something. I don't know what it was, but I was avoiding the sweets and the crisps and the alcohol and everything and just avoiding it completely. But there was this pull that I wanted to reach for something to make me feel good, to have something to look forward to. And then I realised, excuse me, I've just had a bit of toast. Then I realised that it was a habit that I've had for practically as long as I can remember, ever since I started shopping for myself. And before then, it was me, any money that I could lay my hands on, I would go and buy sweets and, you know, etc. So it was quite a revelation for me to actually realise that that pull was a habit. So when I went shopping on, I think it was Thursday, I had that same pull, that same feeling, and I stopped and I felt it, and it was in my chest, this emptiness. And I wanted to reach out and put something in my trolley so that I could have something to look forward to. I was avoiding all them aisles that had crisps and sweets, and I was going down the cleaning aisle, and I wanted something to jump out so I could have something to look forward to, cleaning, or something to do when I get home. It's just that habit. It's just a complete habit, and I completely understand that. Well, luckily I didn't put anything in my trolley. I got home, I put it away. I was really chuffed. I made that connection the week before and recognised it straight away. So this weekend we went out visiting grandkids, well, Richard's grandkids. And so excited, we could not wait. But Richard wanted to pop into a store and get a couple of bits and pieces. And a couple of times I was feeling tired. I can describe it as tired because I haven't been sleeping very well. I'd got restless legs again. My brain's overthinking. I'm worried about certain things, and you know, I was just not feeling 100% myself. And Richard picked up a couple of things and said, oh, we could have these in the car because we haven't eaten since breakfast and it's now getting on. And I said, yeah, we could do. And then I said, no, I can't do that. I can't eat in between meals, but you can if you want to. I said, maybe we can take some biscuits over for the kids, you know, maybe we can have one. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I just lost my train of thought for whatever reason. And Richard picked up a packet of biscuits, Jammy Dodgers. So I thought to myself, I'm not going to have any anyway, so, you know, it's absolutely fine. We went over and we had a cup of tea and I was given a biscuit. And then the biscuits disappeared and Richard didn't have one. I said, have mine, darling. Just take it. I'm not going to have it. I don't want it. You can have it. So he bit into it and he left me a little tiny little morsel. It must have been about that small. And he said, go on, you can have it. He says, it's not going to hurt. And I popped it in my mouth. Not something that I should have done. Unbeknownst to me, it kind of sparked something off inside me. I thought I was fine. I thought I was absolutely fine with it. I just let it go, didn't think of it anymore, just didn't bother me. We got home and everything was okay. Then a little bit later in the evening, Richard likes to have a hot chocolate or some sort of Ovaltine, and I used to have one all the time with him, but I stopped the hot chocolates because of the sugar content. Ovaltine doesn't seem to have so much in it, or I'll just have hot milk just to help me, just to relax me a little bit. Well, that night, for whatever reason, I just don't know, I had some Ovaltine and I put 2 large teaspoons of hot chocolate in it. I don't know why. I don't know what possessed me. I didn't say nothing and I drank it. No explanation. I just didn't think, I knew I was doing wrong, but I just couldn't help myself. So, but then on the Sunday came and we had guests over for like a Christmas dinner because Richard's son's girlfriend is going back and we wanted to make it a nice special for her to have Christmas. And so we got some presents for her, and unbeknownst to us, she got some presents for us, and it was lovely, lovely little touch. And in my present there was a lovely a hand set, which was really nice, a hand cream set and a wash, which is lovely because I love anything like that. And there was some chocolates, and I didn't know how to respond. Richard had the same. He had something for him and a little whiskey there and some chocolates. And I was quite, as you do, yeah, thank you so much. And I made a joke of, right, thank you so much for these. Unfortunately, I can't eat them, but Richard can have them. He can have them. And he said, oh, right, well, we're on Fat to Health. And I know that they watch these videos, and I know they like to have a laugh, because several times I've mentioned that I mustn't have chocolate. When I say I can't have chocolate, it means sugar. It is, but chocolate is my downfall. But sugar along the way is not great for me. And they kind of laughed, and I think, I'm not sure whether they did it as a joke, to see what my reaction would be, or whether they didn't quite understand that having an addiction, how severe it can be and what the consequences can be of that. But anyway, it was okay. We had a nice dinner, and Richard had some wine, so he poured me a glass of red wine, and I haven't drunk red wine in such a long time because, again, of the sugar content. But for whatever reason, I said yes. So I had a little glass of wine, about that much, and I loved it. I absolutely love full-bodied wine. It's my favourite. And then I had another one. He poured me another drink, and I thought, yeah, it went straight to my head, and I started to feel a little bit giddy, a little bit drunk, to say, just 2 small glasses. I thought I needed to keep out of the way. I started, putting all the washing and wiping up and sort of tidying up, keeping myself busy. Then we were playing cards and stuff, and then he offered me the last of the second bottle, and I had another one. And then we had a couple of shots, which were a little thing like that of, I think it was, I would like to say brandy, but I'm not sure if it was. I can't remember. It wasn't that much alcohol, 40% or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what percentage it was. And I knocked 2 of those back. Not a great idea. I don't know what possessed me to do that. I really don't. But I then turned round, and in this bag I saw the 2 lots of chocolate. I didn't make a sound. We were playing cards, and I was the first one out, so I was redundant. I took a couple of photographs, and when no one was watching, I picked up the bag, I took it in the kitchen, and I opened one up. And I was quite thankful that there was 4 little bags inside the box of chocolates. And they were like chocolate buttons, but only they had faces on, they were a little bit thicker. And so I opened them up, and I think there was 6 in each one. So I had the 6, and I thought, that'll be fine, it's fine. Remembering that I'm a little bit drunk. I'm not falling all over the place or anything like that. I've never been like that. I've always been coherent and known what I'm doing. It wasn't that much. But I took the first lot, and then I opened a second, and then the third, and the fourth. So I wasn't very happy with myself, and I felt absolutely gutted, Bearing in mind that Sunday is my new day of weighing in, and I was absolutely fine with the fact that I put on a pound this week. I know why. It was because I haven't done as much exercise this week. I haven't done as much walking this week because I haven't been taking Barney out. And also that I had pasta with a lot of cheese sauce twice in 1 week. So I know that it's made me a little bit sluggish, and this time of the month was about the same time as I put on, I think, 3 pounds about a month ago, but I lost that the following week. I feel that I would lose that pound and more next Sunday. I'm 100%, more than 100% sure that I will do. But it wasn't playing on my mind, but I guess maybe it was psychologically. Feeling a little bit disappointed that I was letting you down, those that are supporting me and that watch all of my videos all the way through. But I went to bed last night. We went out for a walk actually, and I've got some lovely pictures to show you, which I will be doing in another video, possibly today, because I don't want to miss what I had throughout the week. It'll be a short video though. And I got into bed, I couldn't speak. I was so, the sugar was running through me obviously, and I started getting restless leg. I was panicking as well because the doctors haven't been giving me the right dosage of my tablets. They've not been giving me enough tablets to keep me going for my restless leg. Now, anyone that doesn't know what restless leg is, it's from the waist downwards. You have this sensation that comes over you more or less at the end of the day when you just want to move your legs. Your legs have this awful urge to move. They want you, you have to stand up and walk or run or just keep moving your legs violently, and it can last for absolute hours, and it's exhausting. And if you don't, I have tablets for it. If I don't have my tablets, it's 1,000 times worse. And I only had one left in my pack, but I had to rummage through everywhere. I was frantically searching for another 2, and I found them in my car, thank God. Thank God. But sugar, dehydration, eating far too much, and being overly tired sets off my legs, my restless legs, regardless of tablets. So with that in consideration, I'd eaten loads of sugar. I was late taking my tablets. I'd drunk wine, which was ladled with sugar as well. So my whole body was in this complete meltdown, and I went to bed and I just cried practically all night. I tried to stop myself. I started overthinking things. I was thinking about my mum as well. She's going in for an operation. I was worried about her, and then it leads on to something else, if anything happened to her or my dad. And so I started I'm getting upset again. I don't want to. And I thought, well, I've got to be honest. And I thought, well, do you know what? I'm just not going to do any videos again. And yeah, well, nobody wants to watch it. And I just started being negative all the way through the night. I eventually did fall asleep. And I thought to myself, no, I owe it to everybody out there that's supporting me to tell the truth, to tell them what it feels like. Whether you resonate with me, I don't know. I want people out there to realise that an addiction, whatever form it is severe. It's not a nice thing. We don't want it. I don't wish to have it. I know that I have an addiction. I hate saying I have an addiction to chocolate, and maybe I should change that. I have an addiction to sugar and salt, and I'm doing my damnedest at the moment to stop that happening. I've learned yesterday that I can't have wine. I just cannot have red wine at all, or white wine. So it's really difficult. I want people to understand. I've read this book. Let me just go and get it. Right, I've just gone and got my book, Good Sugar, Bad Sugar by Alan Carr, but it's not the Alan Carr that we know and love as the comedian. This guy is an author of a global bestseller, The Easy Way to Stop Smoking. Unfortunately, I don't think he's no longer with us. He died, I think, last year or the year before. But he wrote in this book, and I would, anyone that feels that they're addicted to sugar to read this book. It is amazing. White Death. I just like to, a couple of passages. White Death. There is no secret about the ill effects of eating too much of the wrong kind of sugar. From an early age, we are told it rots our teeth. Actually, it's the bacteria that feed on it that causes the cavities. But in recent years, the spotlight has fallen on a catalogue of more life-threatening conditions that have been linked to sugar consumption, but most notably obesity and type 2 diabetes. It's hard, if not impossible, to find anyone who will say that sugar is good for you. Yet from an early age, we are brainwashed into regarding sugary foods as a treat. Sweets, cakes, biscuits, lollipops, ice creams and chocolates, we are given them as rewards for being good. Only now are parents beginning to understand that far from rewarding their children, they are passing on a potential death sentence. And it goes on. Addiction. You probably heard that sugar is addictive, but you may have dismissed it as no more than a theory or a joke. Like calling someone who can't resist chocolate a chocoholic. No one likes to admit they're really an addict, and it seems incredible to think that about everybody on the planet is hooked on the same substance. But that is exactly how it is. We all like to think we're in control, but if you were in control, you wouldn't eat the second or third, and certainly not the fourth biscuit. In fact, you wouldn't eat the first one either. It's easy to see addiction in others. The junkie who sticks a needle in his arm is clearly addicted. Heroin addicts, it's universally accepted by the addicts attending that they get absolutely no pleasure or benefit from it. They know that they're taking it to get rid of the withdrawal caused by the previous fix. That's how addiction works. The first fix creates the craving, and each subsequent fix partially relieves the withdrawal before creating another craving for the next. Shortly after you consume bad sugar for the first time, you experience sensations of withdrawal. This withdrawal creates a very mild, empty, slightly insecure, slightly uptight feeling. It's so mild, it's almost imperceptible. That's how I was feeling when I was going around the shop, that kind of emptiness. There's something missing. That's the sugar in me craving. The instant you take another dose of the drug, that mild, empty, insecure feeling temporarily disappears, leaving you feeling normal again. In other words, you take the second dose of bad sugar merely to return to feeling how you did before the first dose. Gradually, the withdrawal feelings return, and we get that very mild, empty, slightly insecure, slightly uptight feeling again. A lifetime's chain has started. In other addictions, the process is so subtle that the person taking the drug isn't even aware that it's happening. It's the same with bad sugar, but with one key difference. The bad sugar, we've already been through the process of getting addicted before we're even capable of conscious thought. I would seriously, if anyone feels the same, would read this book, because it's absolutely an eye-opener. And I read that a few years ago when I realised that I had a bit of a problem. And I've done my utmost to try and stop the sugar. Now, because I no longer eat sweet things apart from yesterday, and I know that at some point today my feelings, that emptiness, that craving is going to want more. Reading a little bit of that has helped, because I will call Richard, I will call my mum, I will call for help, I will reach out for anybody out there that will listen, so that I don't go back to it. I feel like I've gone back to square one. I know I've done well. I've done incredibly well, and I don't want to undo that hard work. I have so much to look forward to over Christmas, the walks, the cycling. I really want to do that in a clear mind. I have to learn to say no more often and be clear on that. So going forward from today, thank you so much for listening. I hope I've resonated with somebody. I can leave the name of the book in the description. Thank you so much. I'm going to put another video out a little bit later on today, and just of what we ate. There's some lovely pictures of what happened over the weekend. But I needed to be honest with you because you are here supporting me, and it means so much. It really does. Onwards and upwards. Thank you.